Good morning everyone, it's Julie and welcome back to my channel at Craft So Cute. And I wanted to do a flip through of how far I've come on this faux book box. Okay, this was a prototype, but I didn't want it to go to waste, so I ended up using excuse me, decorating, covering it with some decorative paper. And this kit that I'm using for this specifically is from Andrea Allen, Artie Mays, her digital kit, her Asian digital kit and add-ons. And let me just show you from what I used in here today was some of these tags that I've already cut into one of these. This one that's missing, oops, is right here, and the reason why I'm going to put this one in one of the girls' bento box because I ended up gluing it to the wrong side of this heavy card, and I'll explain why. But this, I use these. I used another one. Let's see if it's in here. But I use this to create something that I'm going to reveal to you inside this book box, this faux book box. Okay, nearly finished with it. There is something I just need to figure out technically inside this book, in the faux book box. So I'll go ahead and this is seam binding right here, and I used some of these three colors. It's the tumbled glass, crushed olive, and vintage photo to make this, to color the white seam binding. And then a lot of the flowers right here came from the Brothers Scan and Cut. And then I turn them into these flowers by using those little flower shaping tools. Now, hang on, let me see if I can find you one. Okay. So if you have a Brothers Scan and Cut, I would suggest you go looking inside and finding your flower petals and stuff, and comes out very flat, and then you have to cut out the little cut in between the flower to create petals. And these are the tools. So this comes in a set of 4, and I used primarily this one here. Yeah, this one was just a bit too big, so ultimately I've been using this, and I don't have the measurements on here, and the packaging didn't have the measurements, but so anyway, moving onward. Okay, and then I found a little circle that I had in my little stash containers, and this wasn't from a die cut. It was from before I got those little circle punches. I was taking something that was round and tracing around it and then cutting it out, and then I've had these little tags in my stash for a while, and brought them forward into my crafty area so I can use these some more. And I'm going to make some more of these, and then I'm going to put my daughter's picture on here and that way, and then also going to make probably about 10 circles and add these little tags in it, and then my daughter can print out her photographs of the kids and the cousins and stuff and put them on here, and then keep them in her box here, so whenever she wants to change out a photo, she can. All she has to do is pull it out. And this, behind this wreath that came from the Brothers Scan and Cut is backed with some acetate. So there's a plastic piece there. And this tab here really is to help serve to be able to pull it out, you know, and then just push the picture in. Okay, so the papers here that I used to decorate is an Andrea Allen's kit from her Asian kit. And then these I use the Tim Holtz flowers, and I use the embossing ink, and then I embossed it with the gold, and then I watercolored the flowers. Okay, and there's that beautiful koi paper, and this I printed out on my own tea stain paper, so if you could see, it looks really aged. So then let's go ahead and enter this. I have to be very careful because I have to create something a little bit more technical. I've got to redo this. Oh, right side box, right? Okay, right side box. Because this was a prototype. This was an earlier prototype, and it wasn't quite accurate. I have done an accurate measurement of one that's already made, and in my grandson DeAndre's faux book box, his has got a bunch of fish. I'm sure if those who have seen the videos, you would see the finished product of it. Now, excuse me, guys. Now, this can also be put in as a drawer and then slid in here. Like I said, this is not accurate. I'll have to change this measurement. But you can, by pushing the box down below, you can actually keep all your little bits and pieces that you've created from sliding out, okay? And then just attaching some sort of a tab that you can remove this. Now, if you've visited my videos, if you've gone there, I have shown you how to make these. This is made out of actual origami paper. And for me, what I did was, let me put something under here so my flowers are not going to get crushed. Okay. This is origami, but what I did was I cut a few pieces of cardstock and slid them into the sleeves to make her body substantial, so it's not so flimsy and that it would tear. And then here are some tickets from Andrea Allen's Asian Oriental. It's an Asian kit and add-ons. So these were the add-ons, I guess. And you've got some beautiful cranes, okay, and some florals. And in the back, which I was going to explain why this one's not going in there, is because I glued it down wrong, because I used watercolor paper so that my daughter can watercolor behind these tickets, okay, because she's a very artistic also, and she can watercolor on those, okay. And this was from my cousin Nikki Threet's site, where he had this image of a map of Okinawa. I had to cut it down quite a bit so it'll fit into this box, but I am going to put a signature of paper, writing paper, for her to journal in, okay. Let me move that here because I want to show you the inside of this box. This is all Andrea's papers. Beautiful kit. The only difference is that I've printed on tea stain paper, actual tea stain paper, not a copy of a tea stain paper. And just look at how beautiful that is. So if you tea stain some paper, you can actually run your tea stain paper through your printer, but there's a method of being able to stabilize it, you know, because if you put it directly, you want to make sure that your tea stain paper is absolutely flat, so that way it doesn't get stuck. And trust me, I've had several pieces of it stuck in my computer, and I had to open it up and pull them out. But there's a method to successfully printing on these, and I'll get to that on a later date if you guys want to know. So on this side is housing my daughter's art book. Okay, and I'm either going to attach magnets onto this, and I may put something very decorative on this side to hide the magnets, so that way it magnetizes to the box so it doesn't flip and flop and fall out. Now, having a closer look at the paper, I used her papers to make it look like it's a pond, a fish pond of koi. Of course, the koi is represented on the outside of the jacket or the book box, and then this is the pond. Okay, so let me show you what I've done. If you guys are interested and want to see how it's made, I will be more than happy to show you how all of this is made. Now, here is her art book. Let me just put that behind here. Okay. Here's her art book. Okay. And these are Andrea Allen's kits. They're her little tags. And then you haven't figured out what I'm going to put on the ends here. And then she can remove these tags. Okay. From here. I'm going to put something on these ends so that way she can restring it through. But they're meant to be removed. Okay. So that behind it she can watercolor on it and then keep it as a keepsake. So here is her beautiful tags, Andrea Allen's. I am going to put eyelets on here. There's that one. There's that one. And there's that one. How beautiful is that? Beautiful, beautiful. And then I've created this belly band, okay, that you slide up and down. You can remove it from the back by just simply releasing. Let me zoom in on this. You just release it, okay, like this, up and down, and it just slides back in, okay, and it looks like the back of an obi. It's part of a kimono. I love that. Okay, and or you can release it like that, or just simply slide this off. Okay, and then this is how you put it on, take it off and on. Okay. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. It's pretty stiff there. Okay. This does work. See that, how it slides back and forth, in and out? Okay. Now, on the flip side of this is backed up in watercolor. Okay, paper. That way she can watercolor this whole thing, and it can be a little secret, something where she can write on it and put a personal note in there. Okay. And so that just slides in there. That's the belly band. Look how beautiful. That's a part of Andrea's kit. It's beautiful, huh? Gorgeous. Okay. And here is, let me zoom out. Here is Andrea's kit. And I bind it Oriental style. This measures 4 inches by 7 2/8. I then put 3 holes in here, and then I just put this ribbon. Oh, and I actually dyed the seam binding. I only have white seam binding because I figured I'm going to save a lot of money if I just distress it in the color that I want according to the project that I'm working on. So this is a I colored that this evening. Excuse me. And then this is her art book. Okay. and inside of it is watercolor paper. Okay, so she can, when she gets it, she can crease this more, and then this interior part of this flap is backed with watercolor paper, so she can do watercoloring on that, do a watercolor study or drawing. And then the back is, you know, the back side of a watercolor paper, but she can do a sketch back here. It's not, I mean, it could work with watercolor, you know, but she could probably do her watercoloring and then just journal what she, you know, why she did it, or just journal on the back side of it. But each, you know, watercolor creation that she paints, and she has the flip side to journal, and then, you know, so this is I forget how many pages I made for her, but I could have probably made this a lot thicker, but I thought I'm going to fill it up with other things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Walmart and purchase it's this thing that you flip open, like, say, for example, it's a watercolor palette, and it comes with a brush pen, and it flips over like this, flips, you know, it flips out like this, and each panel has watercolors, and it comes with a brush pen. So I'm going to get one of those and put it inside of her book box, so that when she wants to take it out and work on something, she'll have all of these beautiful tags that she can go ahead and paint on. Okay, she can paint on the inside of the belly band, or just write a personal note. Okay, so there we have it, you guys. I hope I was in frame, but this is my daughter's goodies that are going into her book box, her faux book box. So these are great to work on for Christmas. So if you guys are going to make something like this, it doesn't even have to be Oriental. It can be a shabby chic book box. Okay, so yeah, just get out your things and make, you know, a box like this. I show you, there's a tutorial on it. Okay, so I hope that you guys give it a try, and please, if you do make one, go to my Facebook. It's Joulette Edwards, Joulette Edwards, and the group there that I have is called Junk Journal Depot. Please post your videos and or whatever YouTube channel that when you're creating something like that, or your photos, okay? Because I'm hoping that for those that are new to the crafting community that have joined my group, will gain a lot of inspiration and courage to get in and make some things. Okay, so if you like this aesthetic, go to visit Andrea Allen at Artie Mays, and she'll have her links to her Etsy store, and they're inexpensive digitals. So go ahead and make your way over there and purchase some digitals. Okay, so there we have it, you guys. This set's coming along. She's got a lot of cool little box of goodies, huh? Okay, give me a thumbs up if you like this content. If you want to know how to make this, I will go ahead and show you how I put it together. So just give me a thumbs up, because it helps support this channel. It helps YouTube recognize that I have content that people would like to see. So, and then if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and then go over to my Facebook group and join, because of all of your talents, the people there would gain a lot of inspiration from your creations. Okay, thank you guys. Talk to you guys later. Bye.